were gods attack about the shadows of Cat. Of Cat have many different shadows. It depends how on or where you are. Deep, we heard and open in earth and lump. We can do the shadows. We can do what it is. Hold the shadows of the hair blow on the moon. And this if is where a thought disk. Experiment with the shadows of a whole object.
The first button, the one that shows the symmetrical what to code exactamente por 5 exactly equal button the same numbers. The next button tells is what the triangle is quite the same on button since we have the real numbers. In each step tells us what in two numbers would your the result what is at the top towards what main number when there was no calculator. Well, of the figures of the constant width. The circle is not the only flat figure heart can rotate evenly. Not all the figures show to move here where half triangle but is not showing what the coins was not always the circle at its angle can be encircled with some inside the imagine the coin the bulls where we can observe the triangle structure work. The wheels of the bicycle are constant which figure is made from a triangle and pentagon. The device can move without an problem since the triangle complete with the movement is a fabric and the movement of
can observe the proof theoretically practical. This theory tells you that the given 2 points A and B and the vertical plane, which is the curve that the must be serve a particle on what acts only gravity to start from A and jet AB, the lowest weather. We talk about the prime numbers. These are the numbers that are not the result of the multiplying another 2 or more boys. To know all the prime numbers, we must take into account the natural numbers. In the numeration of 1 to 100, there is 25 first numbers and they are the most basic. It has not yet been possible to find a formula to calculate all the prime numbers. This this part of the room, he tells you that the solution of an equation are the three variables: a surface formed by several points informed in another to find the solution to a second degree equation. We can use the general form. What tells you about the counter example? This tells you that there is or there is an infinite number of points. The example that we are given is that the face and the screen are the points, and the repeated reproduction of the screen is the straight line.
Polygonal mosaics. When these mosaics come together without overlapping and without leaving holes, we have a tessellation. Each of the mosaics is a polygon and is called tessella. If all the tiles are the same, the only figures that can be made are equilateral, square, and the regular hexagon. Pythagoras theorem. All the triangles that have a right angle complete with the following. If we have the squares of the legs, which are the ones that form the right angle, we obtain the square of the hypotenuse. All the rectangular triangles fulfill this theorem. A squared 2 plus B squared 2 equal C squared 2. Here we present a liquid in A squared 2 B squared 2 that fills the figure C squared 2. This means transformation. In this case, it is a transformation of the space according to the reflection of a cylindrical mirror. The distorted image of the Marilyn Monroe is correctly seen through the mirror. The mirrors are very useful to perceive this transformation. They give you an idea of the how different transformation of the space interact. The number p, written in decimal form, has an infinite number of digits that do not have any pattern that is repeated. In the activity we place the day, month, and year of our birth, and this shows us that between the digits of p is our date of birth.
Decimal. Each regular tessellation has a set of symmetries generated via a fine number of symmetries of the plane. This set is called the group of symmetries indicating type 70 group of possible plane tiling. Form the sum of these symmetries. There are 5 types of symmetry. Here it will be seen in the projector 70 times.
Surfaces of revolution. They are constructed by turning a curve. An example is when we Guillaume-Roch. A Barber effect is created. A circle that revolves around a line passing through its center as here. If it revolves around a line without touching it, it does a donut effect. A parabola has 2 axes of symmetry. You can get 1 or 2 p. The flat solids, they are regular and convex polyhedra. They are the tetrahedron, the cube, the octahedron, the dodecahedron, and the icosahedron. The same number of faces and edges for in all the vertices. A dual conjugated polyhedron is the polyhedron whose verts correspond to the center of the face of the other vegan polyhedron. The dual polyhedron of the dual is similar to the original. As you can see in these crystal figures. All the knots, they have no thickness, extreme, and they deformed. They are equivalent, can look exactly the same even if they look different. The symbol is a circle of trivia. Its cover is not equivalent in the mirror compared to the 8. A knot is a circle enclosed in space. Its main problem is its classification. There are many different ones with less than 22 cruces. To know if 2 are equal is usually very complicated. You need to make a table of this. There are 2 types of knots, the unique and the savages. Those that cannot be represented with a diagram, the fine numbers are the savages. However, they can be represented with the steps to elaborate the depth, the width, expressed on the The length knots are represented via diagram made with a fine number of straight lines.
Level curves. Level curves join shape points that have the square condition height, head deep, temperature, pressure amount outer value.
we will show you how the shadow of a pyramid in three dimension will help us to observe the deep in shadow through arranged with
Hypercube have rotation and reflex symmetry. Rotation if there are somewhat to this it that either state trenching trail Hypercube Mexican polyphtrat has no reflection symmetry. This polytube is from the system versus 3 to Egas 12 phase and 4 three-dimensional cells in thematical objects cabinet of the middle one on their feet the free figure that is a triplet cannot. The second figure that is a triple cannot. The third figure that is a Roman cannot. Also, second leg we can observe the late college figure on the third leg we can observe a figure of boldly and of plane. We have figure 9 surround another arm and use boldly with an finality of their phone. Believe that we can 6, 8, 9 and 10 hyperbolic surface. Mexican hyperbolic cube already much
the cube and the hypercube. The polytubes are a family of figures. They include polygons, two polyhedra, and all they branch of a dimension. Some explain of polytubes. The square is polygon that is formed before vertices and 4 edges. The cube is polyhedron, which is formed with 6 faces, squared, 8 edges, and 8 vertices. The hypercube is polytube of dimension 4 is from B H3 dimension cell cubes 24 face squid and 32 edges and 16 vertices. The squid cube and the hypercube have rotation.
Regulate surface. Regulate surface are those that can inherit the movement of radical genetics their faults and carry path. For explain, in a late movement outcome, circumference no getting into plane per PNG color. Join inheritors the surface of a cleaner that is a regulated supervise because which it will be a cone or naturally a place. In addition to non-author are only surface that catching good diverse facts of ordinary three article the little words surface the hyperbolic of Alif you can see the genetics of the hyperbolic of Alif in the hyperbolic. They would edge of their language in late the left in with and you can see it incredibly future narratives that are known are armed the hyperbole of a live in age or in base exclaim vitalites
Commentary of the music in the small box of Outside Street we can apply diverse scrutiny in these calls. We have found that correspond the symmetry of a rectangle. Each produces a different melody to symmetry of a rectangle are generated by true reflections. The first reflection in the horizontal that will give us a melody. In vertical reflection will give us another and rotation of 130 or 180 degrees. At the center of the rectangle is often be applied to true reflection. Continue to reflect in the variety, the score, structure, the base, would speed to reflect the horizontal is example of the heat. Sounds be love, low, below. The fuzzy of canonical. The canonical ones have spotting some of the and others to their spotting. They are special points that are named after the previous state. The canonical ones have is they were mirrors. The ellipse is which from a right of left or a beer ball from a focus in a direction. The rim will bounce off the ellipse and will be reflected towards the after focus. The hip rod. If the master arrives only to a focus from the set of the hip rod will never come. The focus that widens instead of it will be reflected towards the after focus. The parabolic theory. If launch right from the focus of parabolic in a direction T will be reflected in the parabolic and parabolic right. The phenomenon also happens the other way. Once this hold the parabolic and work. Then I will give a brief explanation.
Conics. Every day we live with conics. We are surrounded by them. It is the circumference, parabol, or ellipse. They are curves, points, and a part of your day of day.